What up? This is Ramashkin covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Prime Video series Hunter Season 2, aka Final Season. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this! First up, I would like to say thank you to Prime Video for granting me the screeners to this entire new season. It goes without saying that even though I will not be spilling spoilers here, this review is mainly for those of you, my fellow Hunters fans, who already know what's up. Wow, it has been 3 years since the previous first season. Can you believe that? Time flies, man. But let me answer the question that you have in mind. Is it fair to end this show after just 2 seasons? Well, after having watched all these 8 new episodes, I can honestly tell you that yes, it is more than fair to close the curtains on Hunters. Because the story is pretty much done, and I can't see how else they could possibly prolong it. And that's okay, you know? Some shows are easier to commemorate when they are short-lived. And years from now, we will look back on Hunters as one of Prime Video's many adult-centric shows that dare to be audacious. Now, what is interesting about this final season is that it is both a sequel and a prequel. The story goes back and forth between Jonah getting his band back together and a few years in the past when the then still alive Meyer Offerman was getting his band of hunters together. But season 2 is far from perfect. Yes, it's got tons of shootouts that are so spectacular, they make you feel as if you're watching a western set in the 70s. But some of the other episodes can also be annoyingly sluggish, especially episode 1, that often gets lost in its atmospheric mood. That said, I'm not gonna lie, the ending is satisfying. And perhaps I've mentioned this to you before, and I don't know whether or not this is intentional on their part, but this show, Hunters, is designed to appease the Quentin Tarantino fan in all of us. Created and executive produced and showrun by David Whale, after an accident derails their exploits in Europe, the Hunters must reunite to hunt down history's most infamous Nazi, Adolf Hitler, who's hiding in South America. Meanwhile, a look to the past reveals Meyer Offerman encountering a dangerous threat that could unravel his secret and expose his true identity, with explosive reverberations for our Hunters. Al Pacino returns for the epic series conclusion of Hunters, alongside previously announced new series regular Jennifer Jason Leigh and returning series regulars Logan Lerman, Jerrica Hinton, Lena Olin, Josh Ratner, Tiffany Boone, Carol Kane, Luis Ozawa, Kate Mulvaney, and Greg Austin. The reason why I mentioned the name Quentin Tarantino is, well, isn't it obvious? As we all know, Quentin loves to do revisionist history in his movies. He loves doing alternate version of history in his movies. Like when the Inglorious Bastards burned the Nazis to the ground, or when Sharon Tate survived in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So yeah, Hunters pretty much pays nod to that same storytelling strategy. Same style, same MO, here with Adolf Hitler miraculously still alive. So yes, of course, the journey throughout these 8 new episodes is the Hunters attempting to locate and eliminate the Führer. But the detours along the way can put your patience to the test. And I'm gonna be honest with you, some of the choices that the writers decide on some of these characters just don't sit well with me. Joe's arc, for instance, with him being brainwashed and his emotional conflict with Roxy. That whole thing is just a tad bit too melancholic for my taste. And for whatever reason, Carol Kane gets the least amount of character development. Look, to me, Carol is a legend, so season 2's treatment of her strikes me as disrespectful. And the inclusion of Jennifer Jason Leigh, as great as her performance is, her storyline can sometimes get a little bloated. I mean, I get it. Her character is there to supposedly fill the void that Meyer left behind, essentially. But it's as if the writers put her on a pedestal and extend her purpose beyond what's necessary. But I do think that keeping Al Pacino's Meyer Offerman around is a wise move. Just when you thought Meyer was done for, the writers found a way to dig even deeper into his juggling a double life. And it's a challenge that the great Al Pacino brilliantly meets head on. This is probably Al Pacino's best piece of acting in years, because the whole existence of Meyer is the irony of the hunter's mission, because turns out he's hiding in plain sight, just like the Nazis they're trying to take down. You also gotta give credit to the German actor who plays Adolf Hitler. It must not be an easy task to embody an evil demon like Adolf Hitler, but it's one that he pulls off convincingly. Now, the final two episodes of this new season are the episodes that stand out for me. Without giving too much away, episode 7 about the old couple in the house, well, let's just say that the twists and turns in this one are both terrifying and bizarre. And it's almost Twilight Zone-esque in some ways, a very eccentric pit stop. And episode 8, aka final episode, is basically the show's own version of the Nuremberg trials, with some of the elements emulating the Adolf Eichmann trial. Episode 8 is an emotionally powerful courtroom drama of epic proportions with strong, well-written, big speeches that will hit you to your core. If everything else on this new season is kind of shaky to you, these final two episodes will win you over. They will win you back, because these final two episodes are the culmination of what the show has been trying to convey all along. Last but not least, this show Hunters is very relevant and timely. In this day and age when a famous rapper declared to his millions of followers that he loves Adolf Hitler, and after the leader of the free world said that there are good people on the Nazi side in Charlottesville rally that chanted "Jews will not replace us." I mean, it's crazy, right? That in the year 2023, we still have to combat Nazis' ideology, but that is the harsh reality we're facing. The question is, do we take matters into our own hands, or do we let justice take its course? Now that is what is consistently at the heart of Hunters, which may be a fictional story, but it serves as a painful reminder of the evil that was once inflicted upon an entire group of mankind. Never again, never again.